Okay, well now I'm awkward. Fuck. Okay. Hi, I'm Bunny or Gun. What am I doing with my arms? Okay. Hi, I'm Bunny or LittleGunBunny, and welcome to my channel. This is my journey through guns and cosplay. What are guns? Should make that a thing now. God, it's hot under these lights. Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna move this one a little bit. Okay, there we go. It's been a while since I've filmed in front of this background, and I forgot how hot it was in front of these lights, but I'm not taking the sweater off because my outfit's too cute. Yeah, like just, look, I have a fucking tail and everything. I'm a little bit obsessed with this outfit. I will definitely be posting pictures and shorts in this, you know, on my Instagram and my page and whatever, because fuck, this outfit's cute. Anyway, I've been having a lot of fun with fashion lately and just exploring my eclectic love styles, and if you want to see like a lot more posts about that, I have an Instagram, but I'll post some of it on my main YouTube page. But yeah, so today's stop making faces. Oh, this cup goes with my outfit. Okay. Today's video is about one of my recent videos I posted about 45 long Colt. And no, I will not be talking about how I decided to pronounce that. I'm actually going to be talking about how I chose to hold the revolver because everyone got so pissy about it in the comments. Now, most of people's concerns were about my safety, and usually they don't really do videos responding to comments. I'm not really doing that. This is more one of those videos that kind of like in comments inspired me to do something, where it's like, was I actually being unsafe with that revolver? Like, was I holding it in an unsafe way, and did I injure myself, etc.? Because we both all know that that's a big part of my channel is me just getting injured because, you know, it's whatever. And I'm here to say this is not one of those times where the comments was right. And I'm apologizing. This is one of those times where I'm like, fuck you, I know what I'm doing. Which is actually pretty rare because it's me and I don't actually usually know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not an expert and I'm not here to be one. Like a lot of you were right about like the airsoft versus air gun video, and I'm going to be doing a follow-up to that once I get a little bit more research done because I really want to make sure I know what I'm talking about for that one. But this video is about how things like holding the revolver are a bit more complicated than just don't do this one thing. And so if you don't know, go watch that video and you'll maybe notice the way that I'm holding the revolver, if you know a lot about revolvers, is maybe what is advised is not the safe way to hold it. I'm gonna go grab one of my single action armies, which is basically the same model and size, etc. to the other one that I was shooting in that video as an example, because I forgot to do it before I started filming, so I'll be right back. I'm interrupting the video to tell you really fast about my Patreon. Now, if you don't know, my channel is not monetized through YouTube and I don't do sponsorships. So this means that my only means of support for my channel is actually through my Patreon. There are multiple different levels with different types of extra content and perks that you can get, all starting at just $5. I would personally really appreciate if you joined it. I have trying to build a lovely community there and I would love to see you there. If you are not a fan of monthly subscriptions or just don't really want to do Patreon, that's totally fine. You can always support my channel by liking my videos, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Other ways you can support my channel, of course, is through my P.O. box. I have a tactical gear wish list, as well as always being open to messages. I think I have an Amazon wish list somewhere too if you want to get me something off of that. This shirt was off of that, which is lovely. I'm also always open to messages. If it's like, hey, I want to get you something for cosplay. There's some cosplay makeup I've been wanting, or there's tons of stuff. You're always welcome to message me. I have tons of social media, which will be on screen now. So thank you. And please enjoy the rest of the video. Hi, Hunter. Do you want to come say hi, Bubba? I don't know if the phone caught that, but he went meow. Yes, Hunter. You go meow, meow, meow. Come here, good boy. I'm gonna put this down just for a second so that Mr. Pants can say hi. Say hi, Hunter. Good boy. This is my single action army. And the way that I was holding it that was stressing everybody out was how I normally shoot, which is like in a weaver position. So let me show you. I have my thumb here and my pointer finger here, and I'm doing like the push-pull. Yes, Hunter, you have opinions. And so everyone was worried about my thumb and the gas here and the fucking, you know, getting caught. Yes, Hunter, your butt. Meow. What's wrong, Mr. Pants? Yeah. He's very opinionated today. Anyway, so everyone was worried about my thumb getting caught here. And so Hunter is nuzzling my ankles now, which is really cute of him. But getting caught here, as you can see, I've shot this before in Weaver, right? And I've never had a problem. And I also tested it with this gun, with the gun I was shooting in that video beforehand, to make sure that it wouldn't be a problem. And there's enough of a gap here where I can actually grip it with a more, I won't want to say modern pistol grip, because Weaver is fucking 1920s weird ass old shit. So I'm not using a modern grip. I'm using my chosen grip, which is not modern in itself, but is not usually how someone would say you should hold a revolver, because I know that I can safely hold it. And if you can see here, my thumb's not even fully on the gun. It's just this part edge that is on this, like, that is just kind of holding half of this grip here. And there's enough space that the cylinder is not going to catch my thumb and the gas is not going to be a problem. I'm not shooting spicy loads, and even if I have shot spicier loads out of a single action army like this, I shot 357 Magnum, and it's never been an issue for me. One, because I know to be aware of that enough, in that my practice, my hands are small enough, and I'm not putting my entire thumb up in here, right? Like, I'm not shoving my thumb up in here, which that would be a problem, and I understand that would be a safety problem and it would probably get me injured. So don't do that. I'm not saying that everyone should shoot their revolvers this way, or that this is a necessarily safe way to shoot every revolver, or even this revolver. It all depends on how you practice and how you grip it. I'm gripping it down here, right, to add extra stability. I'm not, as you can see, there's like a good a quarter of an inch of gap here. It's not catching me. I'm very aware of it not catching me, and that's something I do with my grip. If I was doing it here, that would be a big problem. And I would, before I shoot a new revolver, that's something I make sure of before actually shooting it. Like, I can also hold it like this with no thumb. I can hold it one-handed, right? I can hold it like this with my thumb around the trigger guard, which are all other ways that I think people would complain about less, but are less comfortable for me to shoot this style of revolver. There are other revolvers I will not shoot with my thumb up here, and I'm very aware of that when I'm shooting it. So this is one of those things where, you know, I will actually argue about there is no one way to do things, and not every gun can be treated the same, and not every person can be treated the same. Your single action army, chambered in 9mm, like mine is, Uberti fucking, you know, repro, you may not be able to shoot it the way I do because your hands are different, or you're not as aware of where you're putting your thumb. And that's the kind of difference that is important, that I'm learning with myself in my journey through guns, is that I'm gonna do things my way, and there are multiple different ways to do things. And, you know, you can complain about it all you want, and this isn't advice because that's not what my channel's about. My channel's about my journey. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to do things the way that I want and that work for me, like dressing like this, wearing fucking cat ears on my gun channel, shooting my revolvers with my thumb on the thumb there, and I am going to continue to document it. And you can continue to complain about it. That's your Hunter, stop drinking my water. Hunter's gonna continue to do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm gonna continue to do whatever the fuck I want, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, what Hunter said, meow. Anyway, that was like, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm just trying to explain why I do it this way, that I'm safe. And, you know, obviously people are either a mix of concerned or they're just being YouTube commenters. and that's okay. But I usually love all of your comments, and they're usually also supportive, and I just want to give people the benefit of the doubt and assume that they're like concerned for my safety rather than just trying to give me shit. But yeah, so this is just one of those things where I was like, yes, I know, I am not only aware that this is not the normal way to shoot a revolver or normally considered the safe way, but I am also aware of what I am doing, and I want to explain that just so you don't think that I'm being a dumbass. And that I also check revolvers before I shoot it to make sure that that's how I'm going to shoot it, or if I'm going to adjust it in a different way for my hands, the configuration of the gun, and also how I'm shooting or what ammo I'm shooting through it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and a little bit of a look into the thought process and a little bit of behind the scenes of like actually what went on with, me and when I pick up a gun and the thoughts that go through my head, and also why I was shooting that gun that way. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly had fun, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!